Hello and welcome back to episode 28 of our Timberborn Folktails Cliffside playthrough. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Glad to have you. Without further ado, let's get this started. So last episode, we started moving our houses. Actually, we deleted all of our other houses. So we did fully move our houses into the Hollow Mountain. From there, we also made them go into the water in order to get down. And we connected the only power required building that we're going to have in here, which is the carousel. We might need more of those. We'll see. I don't think so, but it's possible. We'll just have to kind of play it by ear a little bit. I do think I want to connect all of those right there. And we can add more houses if necessary. This is enough housing for, I believe, 207. Yep, 207 beds. I haven't decided how many beavers we want this to support, but first let's get it all set up in here. Something we're going to want all the well-being buildings. So let's first work on getting our monuments. And the most tricky one is going to be this Fountain of Joy. It needs to be in water. With that in mind, maybe we do blow out a little bit more of this pond that we made for the Lightos. Like, why don't we put basically a tunnel right here and then connect it over there. Let's go down a little bit further. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So tunnel right here and under there. And I don't think we need this path right here at the moment. So we can have our Fountain of Joy. Oh, not that one. That can go right here. It just needs to be down lower. So let's go ahead and do a couple more tunnels here. And then we can just do the dynamite right there. Is that big enough? Possibly, quite possibly not. Well, let's find out. All right, we'll wait for that bot to get out of the way and blow that up. Yeah. Okay, Fountain of Joy. We didn't even have that one built before. Now we will. Oh, what's that platform for? I don't know. I think we can actually delete it, though. 100% we can. Place that with dirt. This is going to take a lot of planks and tree planks and metal blocks. We have so many resources, it doesn't even matter. So I do want all of the monuments to be within reach of the houses. Well, let's move this pathway one over so we can put both of them there. We need the brazier of bonding. Okay. Not sure what our beaver bots are working on at the moment. Let's go. We do have some more unemployed bots, though. So let's go ahead and build maybe another. Try to decide if we need any more haulers. I don't think so. We have 30 haulers at the moment. Is more than that necessary? Maybe. Wouldn't hurt, I suppose. So let's try one more hauling post and then a builder's hut right there. We'll set this at a little bit higher priority just to get it done. So we have more builders and haulers. That's going to help out. We do have all of this area that we could also put some more. We almost might want to like centralize our builders. It's not really necessary. They just go there when there's nothing to do. But if we could stack them up, possibly they're pretty close to each other right up here, so that's fine. They're not taking up a lot of room that we would use for other things at the moment. But yeah, we could definitely do 2 more right there, because we have lots of labor to use yet. And the main thing at the moment is going to be builders. And that's just because we have almost everything else taken care of for the moment. We might need a little more food in the future. We'll keep an eye on that. All right, so those monuments are done now. Okay. That is awesome. Now let's work on some of the other well-being needs. I think I'm going to make actually some medium warehouses that are going to hold all of the food types. Is there actually anything that can be herbalist, but that's not really needed. That's too big. Dance hall is way too big. That's too big. Okay, we'll find something to do there. Maybe that can be some contemplation spots or something. But yeah, we're going to want all the food types accessible in here and set to supply. And then we can put rooftop terraces on top of them. So everything but berries, basically. So what did I set this one at? Cattail crackers? Okay. Grilled spatterdock. We also are going to need ladders to access the top ones. We can't actually do that quite like that because of the way the ladder needs an orientation. So I guess we will slide this other one here, because we can't have the ladder blocking the path, basically. Actually, we might not even need that one. Let's just delete it for now, because we can make this 3 high. Let's just see how much food we have to fit. Okay, so now bread, grilled chestnuts. Set it all to obtain. Maple pastries. And obtain. Carrots, obtain. And then it looks like we just have 2 more. Grilled potatoes and sunflower seeds. Okay. We are going to need the ladder to be 1 higher yet, because we're going to put rooftop terraces on top of these. Excellent. Is this tall enough for I don't think it is. Let's put a large tank down here. Nope. So let's try a medium tank is too high too. Okay. So a medium tank of water can be right here. Okay. Let's work on more well-being buildings. Campfires. We need campfires. 3 of them maybe to start with. We need an agora. We have a carousel already. We need a dance hall. We need some mud pits. And we need some detailers. Let's have it access from that side. Do we need that many? Probably not. Actually, yeah, let's just not. Because then on the other side of that, we can have some contemplation spots. We don't even need these beavers technically working at all. It doesn't matter. We have bots to do everything. Let's get some beaverception going in here though. Okay. What other well-being buildings do we need? Got the dance hall. We're working on some mud baths. Another campfire probably wouldn't hurt either. Right now it's looking pretty good, to be perfectly honest. We'll just see what things they're not getting enough access to. And some of this could very well be more housing. Honestly, they got most of what they need in there already. There are other buildings out here, and they're still using them. I'm going to try to pause them. I mean, not try. Well, you can't pause. Can't pause a Lido? You can't pause anything that doesn't consume anything. Let's try deleting these and see. I liked that dance hall above the river. But let's delete these and see how we are doing with all of our needs. I'm willing to bet we're going to need more stuff. More of a variety of things is what I'm guessing. But without them having to work at all, they have more time to get around to the various... Oh. Okay, that's just a timber bot that broke down. Okay. They have more time to get around to the various buildings. So, now, let's give this a little bit, and then we'll look at how we're doing for all of the well-being. I do feel like with the expanded population, we're going to need to transition some of this away from trees and plant some more food. I'm not terrible. How close are these to being done? Not even that much, and we got almost 9K logs. Let's just delete some of these oaks. Let's make sure we don't run out of food. Potatoes are getting kind of low pretty quick. Spatterdock's going down. Maybe we plant a bunch of more potatoes and set one of the refineries that's making biofuel, set that to use potatoes. I think that's a good idea. Unless we can plant more spatterdock down here, which we can do that too. Okay, so that's going to be helpful as well. Do you need potatoes? That's wheat. How are we doing on wheat? Wheat is completely full. We would need carrots and potatoes before we would need wheat. Oh, this one is not close enough to a path. Now it should be. There we go. And some more carrots. And more sunflower seeds, actually. I think we can get rid of pretty much all of these oaks, to be honest. And if we need more, we can always demolish or increase the tree farm if we need more later. Sunflowers we're constantly low on, so I'm going to plant quite a bit more of those. They are inefficient for just food, but we want all the well-being bonuses. And I missed one oak tree. And then we can destroy this forester as well. We won't need lumberjacks up here either. Okay. More sunflowers. We don't need this path here anymore either. Let's go with that and see how our food stabilizes with that. Okay, is there anything we're lacking? Okay, we're still not getting enough maple pastries, but so far, none of the recreation buildings has none of the well-being buildings are needed. Any more of those? Ideally, there should be no reason for the beavers to ever leave the cave. Should be all bots. Okay, why are you leaving the cave? Let's actually look where they're going. Going up here on the zip line to where? We still got more detailers there. Okay, let's destroy those. Oh, there's some contemplation spots. Now let's watch and see if any more. Okay, this beaver is leaving the cave for some reason. What's he going for? Aha, there's still another contemplation spot. Any other beavers leaving the cave? Yep. Let's follow them up. They're going way over here for something. What? Where are you at? Oh, you're eating maple pastries directly from where they're made. Okay, so that's the only reason that one's getting out there. I'm sure more beavers are going there to try to get their maple pastries. None of these maple trees have started producing syrup yet. Or maybe some of them have, actually. Kind of looks like some of them might have. Yep, they have. All right, let's go back up in speed. Let's make a medium tank here for maple syrup so that there's a place for them to drop it off at. flooded. Okay, well, not going to be flooded for long. Excellent. I think it's going to basically, the decision's going to be how many beavers we want to try to sustain in here. Can unpause that too. We don't have jobs for a lot of the bots to do, but we could. Could do more haulers to make everything more efficient, because all those builders that we built, not gonna really help anything once we're done building, which is kind of obvious, but yeah. Do we need more chestnut trees? That's a distinct possibility too. Yeah, maple pastry, sunflower seeds, chestnuts are kind of our lowest foodstuffs. See, we could very easily put more housing right here if we wanted to do that, which I don't see a reason not to, honestly. We can still make them go in the water, so we'll probably do that. We'll just expand the water here and over here. Although with the shower and the Lidos, they should have plenty of wet fur bonuses as is. Let's build some more lodges, though, huh? All right. That will be more than enough, and we'll see what kind of toll that's going to take on our food supplies. Because you know that's going to take some food supplies. Okay. Now let's work on some decorations on top of these houses. That covers that. Shrubbery. Lantern. Scarecrow, beaver statue. Bulletin board. Sweet. Let's see how that goes. All right, so some of the needs aren't being met, but that's mostly because they're new. Like they were just born. You know, honestly, we could even put more showers, and we might do that. Right there is a totally acceptable place for a shower. And we have totally acceptable places for contemplation spots. Building needs deeper water. It's because of the path below it. Okay. So not perfectly acceptable place for a shower, I guess. However, we could do this. Okay. That still doesn't do a whole lot, but it does add 2 potential spots for showers. Actually, we can add more than that. Totally. Not totally. No, totally. So, we can have a shower here. Shower there. And a shower there. And then that totally works. We need those showers? Nah, not really. Let's just see how our food goes with this amount of beavers. Very well might need more chestnut trees. Logs are going down. It's just, is it going down from our building operations or from our bot production? Really hard to say, actually. Spatterdock is going down. I think we do switch one of those refineries over to potatoes. So we have refineries here, biofuel Spatterdock. Let's have one of them be biofuel potatoes. And then let's plant a little bit more potatoes. Something like that. And remember, we can make layered farms above this for food if we need to. Still going to keep this scaffolding until I decide if I need to go up another layer with the tree farm. All in all, though, I think it's starting to look really good. Is this grill really necessary? Probably not, because we have grills over here, correct? Yeah, grilled potatoes and grilled chestnuts. So this one isn't necessary. All right, guys, to speed it up a little bit, I think I might go into dev mode and set it to times 30 speed to just see if anything's going down on us. So, dev mode and then 4, and it's at times 30 speed. Now, with so many things happening all at once, it's probably going to just lag out my computer because I don't have the best computer. Is it actually going any faster because of that? Or are we lagging out so much that it's not making a big difference? It's going a little bit faster. What if I have nothing going on the screen? Does that help my computer out a little bit? Let's see. Potatoes are going down. Spatterdock's going down. Pine resin is going down slowly but surely. Biofuel's looking good. Bad water's going down a little bit. That's an easy thing to fix. Yeah, we're going to need more potatoes is what it's looking like this to keep the biofuel going. Okay. Let's take it out of times 30 speed. Let's get out of dev mode even. I don't like spending too much time in there. Now let's check out these needs. Okay, so the foods, okay, kind of the things that we kind of expected there. It's looking pretty good on most of the other well-being stuff, though. I wonder if the maple pastries are going to be coming in anytime soon. With the bad water going down, an easy solution to that is just put more beavers in here. No problem. And by more beavers, I do mean beaver bots in this case. Okay, beavers are happier than ever. It's awesome. It looks like I think we're going to need more food, especially if we want to grow the population even more. We have this for 369 beavers at the moment. So yeah, we're going to want to increase our food capabilities some more. Almost certainly. Well, if we want to increase our beavers anymore. I think if we work on increasing our food production, I think we could realistically get 500, if not 1,000 beavers. Wood is going down. We'll just have to keep an eye on that, I think. Because we have this space isn't like optimized right here, right? We could have more dirt. We could have things tower above it for farms or tree farms or what have you. This area too. A lot of this area isn't optimized yet. Just depends how far we want to take it. Since I do see wood going down, and we have a forester right here already, let's go ahead and plant some more oaks. We can get rid of some of these roads. Some of these roads that lead nowhere. What's that? Is that a detailer? No, we don't want any well-being buildings outside of the cave. We don't want any reason for beavers to leave the cave. We want them to basically turn into moles. They get so used to being out of the sunlight that they evolve to not even need it anymore. Their fur will get white, and they might even go blind. Now they got lights in there, so they won't go blind. They'll still need to see. But hopefully they are taking their vitamin D supplements, because they're not going to get much from the sun at all. I don't think we're having any issues keeping with the reservoir, that it's staying full. It's staying full very well. Let's plant a few more of those oaks in these newly acquired spots that are newly acquired because we destroyed the houses and well-being buildings that were in those spots before. Soon, actually, we don't really even need any medical beds because none of the beavers have jobs. They can never get injured. So all these medical beds, also unnecessary. Okay, that shower. It's a reason for them to leave the cave. We don't want them to leave the cave. Medical bed's unnecessary. Medical bed is unnecessary. Beavers can't get injured. We don't need medical facilities. There's nothing on top of that. Why did that bot go up there? Don't go up there. Well, those used to be rooftop terraces. That's right. Aha, there's our row of medical beds. Not necessary anymore. We very well might have had more medical beds hidden around. Just wouldn't know where to find them, to be honest. Well, is that something we can check? Okay, storage. Housing. Does medical bed show up on here? I don't know. Might show up on well-being. Agora, campfire, carousel. Dance hall, detailers, lightos, mud pits, rooftop terraces, showers. We don't have any beavers working any jobs. That includes lumberjack, so we don't need the tooth grindstone. That was right here. That can now become another, since pine resin was going down, let's make it another pine tree. I think the pine resin going down is going to slow down. Because the main thing that's consuming pine resin repeatedly is the mine. By making us use treated planks. And as long as we're not building a lot of stuff that needs metal, we're not needing a lot of scrap, then we're not using a lot of treated planks, and thus not using a lot of pine resin. Looks like potatoes are crashing. Raw potatoes, anyway. Looks like we also still have too much. No, wheat starting to go down a little bit too. Carrots aren't really recovered. We're going to need more food. We need to decide where we're going to put another farm. Okay, this is going to sound crazy, perhaps. Maybe not. I don't think it needs to be that tall. But what if we do that and then add dirt on top of that? Let's make a path for them, some scaffolding. Scaffolding will be fairly easy to make here. Because we can get by with putting a ladder. That's the entrance to that, so we can't have the ladder face that way. So that way. And then metal overhangs. Let's do a smaller one first, actually. And then we can have two going this way. With ladders to reach it. Let's go down a little bit so we're not looking at this other scaffolding. Okay, so now we have a path to each of these levels. We don't want the actual path to be built there, though. I don't know how much of this we're going to need, but it doesn't hurt to be prepared with some scaffolding. Okay, so this can actually just be like that. That could be that direction. Oh, it's gonna be like that. Okay, so right there, right there. Change our view a little bit. Okay, once that's built, they'll be able to build all of this. And then we're going to be able to go 3 out from that. We'll see how much of a farm area that provides for us. I think it should be fairly big, actually. We can always put down more platforms if we want to make it bigger. Let's just give it a chance for things to do their thing. Yeah, potatoes have completely crashed. Let's put a few more terrain tiles to have more That's the word I'm looking for here. More spatterdock. And I'm going to blow up this to make more spatterdock over there as well. All right. Not looking bad. Oh, we forgot a path, it looks like. That can't be reached either. So do we... Oh, we need another... Wait, this is a ladder. We not have a path somewhere. Aha. Looks like we might be missing it here or there, possibly. Did that fix it? And this all looks like it's connected now. Okay, so now they should be able to finish that. This looks ready to blow. And we can plant spatterdock back there. Let's just make sure that the aquatic farmhouse can reach it. It cannot. So that's going to be a little bit of an issue. Not a big issue. So let's get rid of this scaffolding that we just built because it's not needed anymore. And then we can just have a ladder in this spot and an aquatic farmhouse up here. And then that will be able to reach all of that section. How about over here? Also not quite able to reach. So we still need some path for the water to... Okay, let's not plant the spatterdock quite... Well, let's destroy some of the spatterdock, actually. So we can have a path down here. And then we can't build too much more terrain because it still needs a way to flow out. But if we do that, we can place this terrain here. Okay, that's looking good. Let's go ahead and delete this one patch of wheat. Find a spot for that. Okay. Not a problem. We actually want one more ladder because we can put soil up here. Okay, they need to be able to build that one, so a couple ladder. Nope, can't have a ladder there. Not facing that direction anyway. Oh, this one was facing the wrong direction too, actually. Okay. Now they should be able to build this and then the rest of it. All right, so this is getting built. Go ahead and expand. Get some of this scaffolding and stuff out of our way. And that looks like about how big of an area we can have from that metal platform. That in mind, we could maybe make another one of those over here. Connected pretty easy. Is that too far from a district center? Okay. So we do need another piece of scaffolding. No problem there. We just do that. Okay. And then to get up here, all we're going to have to do is build another zipline station. And we can have it go instead of to there and there, it can go here and there, and this one can then go there. Don't know how you got there, honestly. But these beavers should be able to build the zipline station from the top. No problem. And then that beaver bot will be able to get out of there. So that wasn't a whole lot of extra growing space, but if we make another one of them, say right there, I think that's actually a good spot. So that was a triple. So let's just do a double. What's in the way? Ah, the crops are in the way. Really, we should have this one higher so that this can match up. Okay, not a problem. That beaver bot might blow up. I'm not worried about it. So let's just dynamite this out. So that beaver bot's 100% going to get destroyed, but we have more bots than we need. So, what number are you? Timberbot. 664. Oh, that would have been really funny if it was 666. It's not. How's our well-being holding? And with no work to do, it's just food that we're short on. Sweet. Some types of food, I should say. Maple syrup is looking good, and that is completing the catalyst issue. Grilled chestnuts are still an issue. So I think I am going to... Do we have logs? Yeah, let's cut down some of these maples. What is that empty spot there? It's weird. Oh, it's... Okay, I get it. Yeah, let's cut down some of these maples. and plant some more chestnuts. And I don't want to go too crazy. I think about that many. For now, I think one of these could be made into a lumberjack just to help with, you know, that stuff. I'm going to cut this one down too if I didn't mark it already. No, I did mark it. Because I want... Oh, I didn't want them to replant. Oops. I should have unmarked it for planting first. Did I accidentally mark something else for destruction? A little bit. Let's cancel that. Okay. So let's unmark these for planting. I think I want another berry farm. Not berry, but gather flag here, just to be sure. Okay, so those are marked for cutting. We're full, pretty dang full on wood. Bye-bye, Beaver bot. Was blown up in an explosion. Stuff happens. Actually, we're going to need that too. We're going to need to expand our scaffolding. Not an issue. We gotta be careful to only delete the path on top. So if we're getting any resources back, then we're not deleting the path. And I should have cleared out 2 spots right away. I just forgot we needed a spot for the stairs. Oh, that's not where we want that. And just to be sure, let's do one more right away. Why not? Okay, like that, like that. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know if the booms are helping or not. Probably not. Something like that. That'll be expanded farm area. So it looks like we're gonna need potatoes, carrots, sunflower seeds. I think we're good on wheat. But potatoes, carrots, and sunflower seeds for sure we're gonna need more of. Okay, so we got some of that built now. Let's see, is that big enough for... It's almost. Something like that. A lot of beaver bots are just twiddling their thumbs because they have no jobs. Well, we can always use more haulers, said the guy with like 60 haulers. Okay, we don't need to build that many. Yeah, we actually do need to build that many more if we want all these bots to have a job. Oh. There we go. All right, we're ready to expand on this. Let's go below that scaffolding. Okay. We can build out like that. Out like that. We're just going to build wherever, however far we can out here. Oh no, not looking that bad, to be honest. Ah, that tree is actually kind of in the way. We can destroy that one tree and then be able to build terrain block here. There we go. What was blocking this area? That must just be that zip line. But after we build this other zip line up there, that might rectify itself. Let's see, zip line. Right about there. Disconnect both of these and just make a connection between that one and too steep. Okay. I don't think it was too steep if we have it over. Yep, that's better. Okay, so we just need a connection there. Oh, we don't want it going that way though. No. No. There. Okay, sorry I had it paused. I shouldn't have. And that beaver still gets stranded. How does he get teleported there when we start building the zip line? Should have been no way for him to get there. That's weird. Let's look at our earth recultivator. Let's delete that path and then see how we're at. Excellent. Let's pause that. We don't need some of that dirt. So let's destroy some of it. Is that too far from? Oh, bollocks. Felt distinctly British when I said that. If I have any British viewers, don't take offense to that. Bollocks just isn't normally in my vocabulary. Seemed like the appropriate time to say it, though. There we go. Now we can build that. Don't actually need this ladder. Okay, so the stranded beaver is now blocking the zip line. That's not right. Let's put it somewhere else, I guess. Yeah, why not right there? That should be just fine. It's not on top of the stranded beaver bot that teleported up there. Whatever. No problems. This takes a lot of resources. But resources that we mostly have, it's going to eat into our log supply quite a bit because all those logs are going to be made back into planks to be made into gears and treated planks. All right. Any of the other needs not being met? Just food. Just food. And we're working on that. So now with this size, let's go ahead and make a little irrigation pond up here. So this is the center. So, oh, Making an irrigation pond, pretty basic. And then a farmhouse. And then that should irrigate all of that, and we should be able to plant on some of that. That's still how we wanted that to go. What if we change some of the order here? What if it goes to here? Well, then that's not going there at all. Instead of to there, it goes here to there. Now, that doesn't really make much of a difference, does it? I don't think I actually changed anything with that, did I? No. I mean, I guess I changed a little bit. Not much, though. Hopefully that zipline doesn't get in the way of some of these crops. Let's see. What would help with this is if we... Even if we put it right here and made a zipline pylon. Let's delete the connections here. Does this make it any better? Too steep. Okay, let's not have it quite that high then, maybe. Still too steep. Okay. So instead of a triple here, what if we put a double? Now it can connect, it says. If we put another pylon here, that will get the line out of our way a little bit more. So let's do that. Maybe right about there. No, not there. Cancel that destruction. We want some place that this can reach. So right here. Okay, then we can build from up here. We're out of planks. No. What are we waiting for materials for? Just a lot else going on? Ah, everything's going into the recultivator. That's what's going on. Okay, so I want them to focus on some of this other stuff. There. Get to work, you lazy bums. I mean, they've always been working, but yeah. Okay, so delete that connection, and then we can go here and here. Nothing to do in range. Well, just hold your horses. After that's irrigated, we're going to be able to make quite a bit of it. Now, did that finally solve this issue? It did. Okay. So let's do carrots. Let's get that scaffolding out of our face. Okay. So carrots. Potatoes. And a little bit of sunflower seeds. Let's try that on for size. Books are actually crashing. Biofuel's going down. I think we do need, since we're out of potatoes, we need to switch that one refinery that we switched over. back to Spatterdock. Actually, let's just make one of these into biofuel Spatterdock. We have plenty of catalyst now. I thought we needed more of them for catalyst. It was actually that we needed more maple syrup at that time. Okay. We might need another bakery for maple pastries. But before then, books are crashing. If books are crashing, we need another printing press. We have all the punch cards we need, actually. Maybe we switch one of these to books and see how that affects things. If our punch cards start crashing because of that, we'll have to adjust it. Okay, that could take its time. We do have a few more carrot spots to plant. Ah, man, looks like we couldn't quite get that spot. Oh, well. We could, of course, expand this as needed, too, to get more food. We can go up quite a ways. Oh, excuse me. How long is this episode so far? Oh, we are over an hour already. Wow, that went fast. Let's take a last look inside our cave. Yes, that looks glorious. I think, yeah, maple pastries will need another bakery. Bakery. Right there. Maple pastries. Okay, we destroyed all these maples, but we never actually replaced them with chestnuts. That's a problem. It's the whole reason we destroyed those. The whole reason we cut them down was to make room for chestnuts. This one, I actually just want to be a gatherer flake, just to be sure we have enough of those. Okay. Let's go with that. Whoa, this is getting down there. Interesting. Is that because our beavers are drinking more and we're then pumping more? We still got 10 days left on this drought, and our water is kind of low. Do we need to expand this? We might need to expand this, and we would just basically expand it over this way. Let's keep an eye on that. Let's just pause one of these pumps so we're not pumping quite so much out. Oh, we got so many beaver bots working on that, building that. Holy crap. It just takes a long time. They got all of the... Oh, this takes workers too. We're below 100k science, guys. Where's that observatory? I destroyed it, didn't I? I did. I did. We're not at 100k. That needs to be fixed. Entrance blocked. Okay, so what? We can fix that. That's easy to fix, actually. We just need to build a tunnel. Right there. Then we delete the... Oh, that destroyed something. Ah, but it's not in a place that matters. Victory is ours. I'm so happy that wasn't in a place that matters. It's looking really hard to build that path on top of the ladder that's going to be there, though. I guess let's destroy this first so we can actually see that ladder. Oh, we're not up high enough yet. Oh, that's why we were having trouble. So this needs to be a tunnel too. We need to destroy the platform and put in a ladder. Actually, the platform would have been just fine. What was I thinking? I wasn't. All right, so we're going to end this episode once our observatory gives us 100K science. We're going to watch that closely. We're not going to let it go above this time. Wow, that just takes a lot of labor even after it has all the materials. I forget how long it takes to build that. Maple syrup is starting to go down a little bit. We'll have to keep an eye on that. We very well might need to expand our tree farm more just for maples and chestnuts. Which is at the end of the world. All right, our observatory is not running yet. I think we're missing a path is all. Oh, that's a platform. That needs to be a ladder. And then it could even be a platform there. There we go. All right, now we got Timberbots observing stuff. Let's keep an eye on this. I want to end at exactly 100K science. Won't take too long. Not too long at all. All right. But yeah, I think we made some pretty good progress today. I think we are going to have to expand this a little bit more because I think we're going to need more food, if I'm being perfectly honest. I think it's going to be right here that I'm going to choose. Somewhere around there anyway. I think that's a good spot right there to build up and make another one of those platforms for this. Science is going well. We're keeping an eye on it. So this should need a triple platform. Okay. We don't have scaffolding going all the way over there, though. So that's an easy thing to solve, too. Keeping an eye on that science, though, guys. Do not want to let that get too high. We're at 100K. Observatory is destroyed. All right. So then we can just extend these overhangs this direction again and have enough scaffolding. But I did say I'd end this episode once we got 100K science. That's probably our biggest accomplishment this time. 97%. Really, our biggest accomplishment is probably the earth recultivator, I guess. Whatever. Let's lay down a little bit more scaffolding and not a stairway anymore. We need it to be a pathway now. That is done. Excellent. We just need to launch that now. But we won't launch it until we're celebrating the end of our map, I think. Maybe. Maybe we'll launch it once before that just to have our well-being maxed out. And then to celebrate us being done, we'll launch it again. Get rid of that message. All right. So, if you watched this whole episode, thank you so much. I got a little carried away with the length. I apologize about that. I think we should, next episode, probably expand our population more. We're going to need more farming space. Easy to do. Yeah, and we'll just keep at it. Let me know what you guys think. Oh, excuse me with that yawn. I apologize. Let me know what you guys think our goal for a population should be. Should we shoot for 1,000 on this small map? That would require quite a bit more food. And I don't know how exciting the content watching me just build more farms is going to be. So maybe we just shoot for the 500. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. And we'll kind of go from there. So if you liked the video, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me a comment. I love hearing from you guys. Also, I had a specific question I had for you guys. How many beavers should we shoot for? Yeah. Leave me a comment. Leave that like. And I will see you guys next time.